It is Saturday, June 11th, currently just afternoon at 80 degrees, and I'm heading to my buddy Billy's private pond. He sent me pictures of it yesterday, and it's nothing but like a catfish bass haven, just like Carnegie Lake was yesterday. So this is going to be really fun. And the fact that no one is up there since it's a private pond, fishing it out and getting them used to baits and lures means that these fish are going to be dumb, and if I tossed in a block of wood with some treble hooks, they would probably go after it. Um, so yeah, that's going to be our day, and we're going to have a lot of fun. My name's Jake Workmeister, and I love fishing. So slight change of plan. The pond was actually blocked off. They're actually doing some road work today. So we were going to come down here anyway, to Blue Spruce Lake, which is also stocked with trout. And luckily I also have my lightweight stuff with me. So I'm going to target probably bass, catfish, and trout simultaneously, because why not? Now that I'm thinking about it, I guess the intro to this video is a little bit intellectually dishonest, so let's go fix that. It's a day at a time. Something happened. Let's talk about stuff. I'm going over a friend's place. We're going to Blue Spruce Lake. My name's my name, and I'm doing a thing. As luck would have it, we checked the pond later in the day, and it was open again, so let's do this one more time, Johnny. Dave, place, Jake, fish. The water was very shallow here, but there was a ton of vegetation. And when there's vegetation, there's opportunity. Oh, he took off. He absolutely knows what's up. Like, these guys are trying to target me, and I don't like it.
I'll swim over here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over here. Come on, you guys suck.
I might switch over to a worm lure. It's what they're used to seeing and identify with as food.
I know, right? Salmon egg is probably the last thing these trout have seen.
Well, for the trout, it would actually work. Tricky part is finding the trout, to be honest, and getting the right depth. Where this late in the year, they're going to be really out deep.
Yep.
I mean,
The only place I've ever succeeded with a salmon egg is in a creek. In the creek that came off that lake that I lived on. And I wouldn't even put any weight or bobbin on it. I would just let it just bump along the bottom of the creek, you know?
oh yeah,
And
looks natural to them.
yep. And I could
Yeah, the tricky thing with a stock lake is just
So it's pretty shallow here. It's going to be warm.
tricky thing with the stock lakes is just getting there while they're still fishing it. Oops, and I tangled into my other line. I mean, there's signs of life. I'm seeing them in here. So I spent about 20 minutes with a rubber minnow. The fish had no interest in it whatsoever. So I did the only thing that made sense to me. Switched over to the rubber worm. I was basically using a drop shot into the middle of the weed bed with a small enough hook where it would set into the fish's mouth, but would still be semi-weedless. While I do have worm hooks, and I could do a Texas rig that makes it totally weedless, I'm still not confident enough in my setting on a rubber jig to do that convincingly. So that's something I'll learn in time, and I know in the long run it will get me into places I can't fish now. Oh, the worm, it's with these stock lakes that everyone knows about, the worm is number one, plastic or otherwise, because they're so used to eating it and seeing it.
Front seat of Chuck's van. And Chuck's a little guy. He's like 5'5", and you know, he doesn't even weigh as much as my leg. And so he's like, Bill, you gotta help me out here. You get one?
Yes, I did. I was wondering about it. Might be the same one. It's the same spot.
So I go up and I tap this big black guy.
Not shaking this time.
He's obviously drunk as he's not. We can't take you home. Our wives would be very upset. Take me home, man. So I said, you gotta get out of the vehicle.
Honestly, I keep using these slow motion shots because it reminds me of those fight scenes in the old Pink Panther movies. Look it up, kids. Actually, oh, whoa, jeez.
Definitely not a bad one. You got another
Got
one.
this one's much bigger.
Yes, sir.
Felt the way he hit that. No, you're not getting off. You are not getting off. Come on. Come on. You know what? I take that back. He's not really that much bigger, but he's a better fighter. Yeah, a little bit bigger. I used crankbaits almost exclusively last year. Started getting into jigs this year. I'm like, man, I've been missing out. My buddy, he pulls in like massive muskie, and every fish he catches is just like the biggest that you can find. He's like, dude, jigs. Go to jigs. Slow motion.
Good, man.
Probably similar to Old Bay.
Yeah, it's not heavy seasoning at all. It's not too salty. It's just nice.
Doesn't take much.
And I get kind of tired sometimes of the old hamburgers and steaks and
Oh, yeah.
chops and I like a nice light fish fillet again.
Yeah, trout, I started getting interested in them. They're a bony fish, but if you pan fry them, you can pull most of that out, and if you're cooking the meat right, it's going to flake right off that skeleton anyway.
Yeah, you don't have to prep trout a lot.
No, when I cut my first one open, I was watching on YouTube how to do it. I cut it open, I'm like, this is so easy. It's basically, you know, all the organs are in one big sack. You cut right at the anus, go. No, No, skin. It's a skin. You keep that right on too. It
Yeah.
crisps up
Same with the
real
walleye.
nice.
It's just get that skin nice and crispy. Flip it once, and it only takes, you know, maybe six minutes, about 3 minutes aside.
Yeah, doesn't take too long at all. Oop, got one. Got a big one. Oh, 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 damn. He got off.
He's playing you, man.
He did, and that was, you heard that drag go? That was something.
That's a good sized fish.
Whatever it was, that could have been a,
Yeah, you've got your number.
oh, well, we'll get him again. I wasn't expecting that. This area right down in here is still a bass bedding, smaller one. Keeps coming back here, splashing around on occasions. But yeah, there's some big black shadows I keep seeing out there. Oh, and I saw you too. That might be that particular bass. But something big was taking me for a ride. Fortunately, it got off because I think the jigs I was using, hook was just a little bit too small for a proper set. That's a trade-off right now. Went with a smaller hook to dodge all these weed beds that I've been targeting. Oh, there's a tiny bass right there. Tiny, tiny one. It's like, nah, I'm cool. I'll betcha. Very clear water. Really nice lake. Never heard of it. It's really deep down here. Yeah, right in that spot there are probably about 20 large fish. I cannot tell what they are. They look big and black from our point of view. I think one of them went for my lure, judging by the fight of the one that got away. I don't know. You know what I do know? I know that this dock moves around a lot, for one. I also know those shadowy areas look like good points of opportunity. Deep and dark, I like it. Right at the dam. There's some cinder blocks down there at the very bottom. I can't really tell the depth myself. Is that already the bottom? Nah. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Probably about 10 feet, maybe a little less from what I could eyeball. A couple smaller bass right out by the shore. See if we can lure one of them. We'll go back and hit that weed bed again. Same spot has been producing all day. Just dropping through the weeds. They're hitting it before they're thinking. Gotta stay shallow. I still want to know what that fish was. Got a couple bass and gill right here. I might switch over to that little leaden paddle tail again. He's not big. That's about the same size of the ones I've been catching all day. It was at this point that we decided to try the pond again. We figured that the road construction that was being worked on before would have been done by now.
A few moments later.
If you go up that trail there up into the woods, if you just go up there, keep going up the hill, it kind of goes into a little ravine, and then my house
Right
is over
there.
there on the left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I see it.
This is, yeah, this is going to be fish in a barrel. What's that?
We have quite a few deer and some bear down there too.
I can believe it. Black bear.
Yep. One time, one took my garbage can across the road and into a field across the road from me. My neighbor called me up and said, "Here, come get your trash can." It's a neighbor bear took it. You know, it had claw marks in it. Cold. Clawed right through the plastic.
Wow. It's kind of funny, they all heard our voices and just went deep. Even though it's murky, they could still see us.
Yeah. They were definitely around this side when we pulled in. You know, they
Got one.
got vacated in front of us. You probably hear it too. I'm talking about.
Wow. Wow. You got to be kidding me.
That's a bluegill.
What kind of monster? Holy crap, man. I've never seen a bluegill that big. That's like Florida level crap right there. Holy crap.
That's a big bluegill. That's an eater.
That is an eater.
Yeah, you get two nice legs off that bugger. Well, there you go.
Wow.
Nice fish.
I was feeling him. I'm like, that doesn't feel like a bass. It feels like a fighter. But I would not have guessed this.
That is a big bluegill.
This is one of the largest sunfish I've ever caught, and most certainly the biggest bluegill by a considerable amount. The length was just about 10 inches. and I'm judging that based upon my hand size and the video footage that I had, because, you know, it would only be too easy to pull out the measuring device I actually have on site to get an official confirmation. Once again, can we just... Amazing. Feeder fish in here too, minnow. Yeah. Got one. Got another. That is a very light largemouth. No, I'm sorry. And in case you're wondering, I don't have any GoPro footage of this catch because I hit the record button one too many times. I caught the mistake about 5 minutes later, but it was a little too late. And this was just a particularly pale and tiny largemouth bass. Oh yeah, when you're dealing with treble hooks, don't try to take them out barehanded. Not from an angry bass. It's just asking for trouble.
Got him. Got him. One of the big ones. I tossed it right in his face. Is he running, making a run toward me? Yeah, he's running right toward me. I haven't seen him yet. Can you do me a favor and I got my net right there. Yeah, this is a donkey, whatever it is. Probably could be a channel cat. I'll let it run. Let him get tired out a bit. That's okay. I'm just trying to let him get worn out right now.
That's a big honking net.
Yeah. For this reason, that's a big honking fish.
Yeah.
See, I'm on my monofilament line, so I'm using it a little bit more gently than that. That's braid. I could pull trees out with that without a problem. He's coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to put you in, so I'm not going to get out on that dock.
No problem. As soon as I get him close enough.
Holy moly!
That's why I snagged him. Not a fair catch, but
I got your rod.
he ran under a dog.
Oh.
Oh no, he got off.
Oh, I did.
Yep. That's okay. I snagged him. That's not fair.
Is that a cat?
That was a cat. That was a very dark looking cat.
Very dark looking cat.
It's whatever they're eating up here.
I'll take that off there.
Oh yeah. That might be a little tricky.
Well, that's a big trouble in there, man.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder you got a big fish.
He hit his tail right on it right when he was going by, and that's yeah, that's probably gonna give you a hard time. I'll have to go over there with
I'm sorry about that.
oh, no problem.
Okay?
Yeah. Go over with the pliers. Yeah, that's foul hooking them. But now we know what those things were. Those shadows were catfish.
Big black catfish.
Big black channel cats. What's strange about it, they should have an interest in that dough ball, but they, not even a nibble on that. That's not what I was expecting.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Big Dog. We're fishing, having a good day.
That's about all the damage we're gonna do here.
I would have liked to see you get that big cat. Something big. Big earth.
Like this? Oh! See if I could go after him again, if he'll play along.
Maybe I'll drop one more. Get in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Let's do a little walk around because the Bitsy minnow, one of its virtues is its treble hooks are so small it's virtually weedless. Right over by that tree, I bet you there are a lot of fish just hanging by. There are bears in this area, by the way, so I'm hearing rustling in the woods. Oh my. Frogs galore. Wonder how many get eaten by these bass. I'd like to come back on a clear day just to see what's in this water. At least channel cats, very dark ones. It's been a while since I've seen a channel that dark. Got him. Come on. Come on. Another small largemouth.
Did you?
Yep.
There's no fish in this pond. Well, like I told Tammy, she said, you're just not a good fisherman. I said, well, if you go once every 10 years, that doesn't make you a fisherman. I still had a good day.
Oh, without a doubt. You can't have a bad day doing this.
No.
Unless you're the fish.
But I am ready for steak.
Yeah, I'm running out of SD card space too.
Oh, hey, you got something on your dough ball.
Cool, be right there. It's on a circle hook, it's not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we got one of those catfish after all. Oh, you said you want one of those big cats. I saw the way that rocked. That's exactly what this is.
I heard it pulling. You got something there, buddy.
That's why I love these hooks. Now, if that were anywhere else other than a private pond, what I just did is illegal. You have to be within, yeah, you have to be within 10 feet of your rod.
I walk down.
He took me under something.
The big rule of fishing karma is if you snag a fish, the fish will eventually snag back.
That can't be the weight of the fish, could it? Nah. He's under a log or something.
They're probably leaving at the most opportune time to fish.
So, spoiler alert, I spent about 10 minutes trying to fight this thing out from under its rock to no avail.
He's got me wrapped around like a twig, is what I'm feeling.
He's still on.
I don't see him getting off that circle hook.
What do you mean by circle?
It's a hook that closes in like that. Basically, they swallow it and then we'll spit it out, and that's what spins out and catches them on the lip. So if I break this, he'll pull it on the other side and get free. I'm still just trying to figure out how he could have wrapped that, getting a better idea for what exactly I'm wrapped on so I could possibly pull him and it out. Nope. Snapped. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
No worries. It happens.
More than catching, probably.
Sometimes it feels like that. Then yesterday I had a really good day, and one of those did that to me right underneath an aerator.
Oh.
Like, you should fish around the aerator because it provides a lot of oxygen. You shouldn't fish around the aerator because they do this. Yeah. You win them some, you lose them some. You know, it's dawning on me as I see this section where the train fell into the Allegheny River coming up. One-lane traffic construction zone caused by a construction vehicle derailing a train, or as the construction worker likes to call it, job security. Thanks, PennDOT. This is even better than the time you almost burnt down the Liberty Bridge.
No, really, that was a thing.
So yeah, it's a couple days later. Didn't have time to film an outro. Been so busy the past couple days, but it was definitely fun with Billy. We talked about going down to that pond again, spending a little bit more time there next time, and we'll definitely be doing that again. Catch another giant bluegill. But starting today is Monday. On Wednesday, I'm actually going to be out of town until Saturday. Going to Eastern PA, Virginia, and West Virginia. Very southern tip of West Virginia, as a matter of fact. I'll be playing with the Dave Matthews Tribute Band during those days, and I will have a rod with me. Looking to do a little fishing and traveling, so if the opportunity presents itself, hopefully I find a good hole. So yeah, we'll be seeing you next week, and until next time, keep on fishing.